new thing that's happening. Now, I can point to you the technological reasons why Bitcoin fills the same need as gold. I can talk about how it's tracing the arc and so slowly co-opting each piece of the value curve that it needs to. But it is a new radical idea. And so I do think people have a hard time getting their head around Bitcoin and how to value it. I think there are ways to talk about it, but I do think it's challenging for people.
So this is the problem with the institutional approach, because everything, when you're an institution, you have to think in straight lines, in categories. And our discussion so far has ranged from Bitcoin being a venture capital play, which is like one extreme end of risk from a portfolio perspective, right through to the most, the store of value par excellence, gold, and people even use it for treasury as like a substitute for cash. And so immediately there's this conceptual problem. Where do you put it? How are the institutions that you're talking about, where are they bucketing it?
For the most part, if an institution has an alternative sleeve, and most institutions do, they consider Bitcoin a part of that alternative sleeve because it does have the characteristics of a traditional alternative asset, right? Low correlations, different return stream, different value drivers. What drives Bitcoin is different than what drives stocks and what drives bonds. And so most of them put that into that category. But speaking to this duality that you're talking about, some of them put it in the same bucket as high beta equity. Some of them put it with technology stocks or other volatile equity-like assets because it also have characteristics of that. Our minds want to put things in one box. And one of the challenges of Bitcoin is it doesn't quite fit in any one particular box. It has aspects of being an alternative, and it has aspects right now of being a risk asset. That's hard for our minds. But this is what we see institutions doing. Many in alternatives, some in high value or high beta tech. It can fit in both places.
Is there a simple answer to how you value Bitcoin's fair value?
Yes. Maybe first I should say why Bitcoin has value, because I think a lot of people ask, why isn't it just Beanie Babies or tulip bulbs? And the way I answer that is I think Bitcoin just provides a service. The service it provides is the ability to store wealth in a digital format without a bank. And if you want that service, the only way you can get that service is by buying Bitcoin. Usually with technology services, you pay a subscription fee. Like we use Salesforce at Bitwise to track our sales activities. We pay a subscription fee to Salesforce, and therefore Salesforce has value. Bitcoin also provides a service, again, the ability to store wealth without relying on a bank in a digital format. But you can't pay a subscription fee to Bitcoin because that's actually nonsensical. There is no Bitcoin Corp. The only way you can access this service is by buying Bitcoin itself. That's why it has value. The more people who want that service, the more the value goes up.